What's up, travellers? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. SJ Aviation HQ bringing you another model review for you guys today. Today we had the model review of this Emirates Airbus A380-800 made by GeminiJets. This model is wearing the new livery. Before we go any further into today's video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up on this video to support the channel even further. And of course, if you haven't seen content like this before on this channel and you want to come along and view some more like this, go ahead and consider subscribing below. The freest way to support the channel, alongside leaving the thumbs up button as well. And of course, if you'd like to come along and view more content at the time that a video goes live on the channel, go ahead and ding the bell icon to be notified when videos go live on the channel at the time that it does go out on the channel. I have a great array of model reviews coming up very soon, including the Singapore Airlines Airbus A380 made by Phoenix Models, the Air France Cargo 777 Freighter. What else do we have? We have the Garuda Indonesia 777-300ER made by NG Models, and of course the Ethiopian Airlines Airbus A350-900, and of course I should mention this one, the Uganda Airlines A330neo. Coming out very soon in a model review. I cannot wait to get that one out for you guys, as of course the unboxing of that Uganda Airlines A380-800 Neo was in a recent video on the channel. Go ahead and check it out, top right corner, if you haven't done so already. But anyway, before I go ahead and showcase the box you can see in the frame at the moment for you guys, I'm going to read out some information regarding Emirates as an airline, and then some brief information about the specific aircraft they'll be looking at today. So founded on March the 25th, 1985 and commencing operations on October the 25th, 1985, Emirates is one of the two flag carrier airlines of the United Arab Emirates, with the other one of course being Etihad Airways. And Emirates is primarily based in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. From their hub at Terminal 3 at Dubai International Airport, Emirates operates to more than 150 destinations in over 80 countries across 6 continents. According to planspotters.net, Emirates operates an aircraft fleet consisting of 260 aircraft, that's 260 aircraft, including 116 Airbus A380 Super Jumbo wide-bodies. Currently operating the world's largest fleet of Airbus A380s, Emirates received their first A380 on July the 28th, 2008, and had the registration of Alpha 6-Echo Delta Alpha, or A6-EDA, and received the last ever A380 registered as Alpha 6-Echo Victor Sierra, or A6EVS, on December the 16th, 2021. Of course, that was the last ever built Airbus A380. So going into some information about the specific airframe that we're looking at today. This aircraft was the 272nd Airbus A380 to roll out for Airbus, wearing the MSN number of 172. This aircraft is an Airbus A380-861, of course 61, as of course the designated code for Airbus built aircraft, or the A380 designated code for Airbus built aircraft that have the Alliance engines, which I'll be talking about in a moment. This aircraft performed its first flight on October the 6th, 2014. As of today, this aircraft is a 10-year-old Airbus A380-800, which wore the test registration of Foxtrot-Whiskey Alpha X-Ray, or for those that aren't too familiar with the phonetic alphabet, it would be F-WWAX. This aircraft was built and produced in Toulouse, France. Of course, that is where the main factory is, or the plant is, for Airbus built aircraft. Of course, they do have the plant out in Hamburg as well. I believe the A380 was also partially built in the Hamburg plant in Germany, but of course the main plant, or the factory, was in Toulouse, France. Of course, that building that they had the production line for the 380 is now, I believe, with the 321 Neo. I could be wrong in saying that. But yeah, pretty interesting to know. Of course, that is where the the museum is. Of course, they have an A380 at one of the museums at the back of Toulouse-Blagnac International Airport. If you haven't gone and seen it, go ahead and check out some YouTube videos, or even Google the images of that museum. I think they also have like the A300. They have the A340-600. They have the first ever produced A320 without the wingtips, the wing fences. Pretty cool things there. Like they also have the Concorde as well. But anyway, it's a very, very awesome place. I'd love to go to Toulouse and check out that airport. Let me know if you have spotted there. It'd be great to see your input about what the festivities are there or facilities are like. This airframe is currently active on the network for Emirates, wearing the registration of Alpha 6-Echo Oscar Golf, or A6-EOG, for those that aren't too familiar with the phonetic alphabet. As mentioned, this aircraft is an Airbus A380-861, or otherwise generally known as an A380-800. This aircraft was delivered on March the 2nd, 2015, and is currently equipped with 4 Alliance GP727 Oscar Echo engines. And this aircraft was ferried between Hamburg in Germany and to Dubai, straight to Dubai. That's Hamburg to Dubai on March the 2nd and 3rd of 2015 on its delivery flight. Interesting to know that it was built in Toulouse but then delivered from Hamburg. Pretty interesting to notice that one. So that is the information out of the way. So let's go ahead and check out this very standard box for you guys. So here we have the new box design for Emirates. As you can see, it's not red like the initial or the original box was, which I kind of liked better to be honest. I did quite like when they had the flap like normal GeminiJets boxes, and you could just open it and there was the model. But if the model was in there, it would be sitting right here. Anyway, on the top corner we see the Airbus A380-800 text in the Emirates font there, and to the right of that we have the scale, of course, 1:1 to scale. Here we have the Emirates logo in the banner there, looking pretty cool. And then on the bottom corner we have the Emirates store website, www.emirates.store. Go ahead and check that out if you wish to. Here on the bottom panel we see the Airbus A380-800 text again in the Emirates font with the scale of the aircraft as well. Officially licensed product for Emirates, as of course every other Emirates product made by GeminiJets is the same. Here is the absolutely stunning Emirates new livery on the A380. In my opinion, I think the new livery suits the 380 more than the 777 and the A350. Soon enough in the future we'll be seeing the 787-8s and 10s wearing the new livery as well, and of course the 777-9X. I have seen the new livery in person, and I can say that it is such an awesome livery. The level of detail that Emirates have put in their livery is outstanding. Of course, it was a shot to the system when it first came out, but I mean, what isn't? I mean, people will seem to not like change, but then they get used to it anyway. Here is again the Emirates text with the Airbus A380-800, and of course the scale again, and of course official licensed product also in the Emirates font. And again, we have the new livery. And on the back of the box we have some information about the Airbus A380, all the specifications here in the metric system, measurement 79.8 meters in wingspan, longer than the fuselage, 73 meters there if rounded up. Of course the wingspan is 80 meters if rounded up. That is outstanding, man. The height of 24 meters. Very cool indeed. As I mentioned there, the engine Alliance GP727 Echo engines. I do often think to myself, we're never seeing an A380 in person. Of course, as I mentioned, have seen the new livery in person now. Like how do up to two people, two people the size of in at least 6 foot tall, are able to get this aircraft airborne and then get it back down again? Of course, without the assistance of autopilot, landing and takeoff is usually done by hand. The initial part of it, rotating and everything. It just mind boggles me how a human being is able to get this aircraft, airborne without any mishaps. And of course, as I mentioned, I have seen it in person, the A380 in the new livery. The 380 is a massive, massive aircraft, man. You can never underestimate the size of it. And of course, during the model review stage, I'll let you know what my favourite aspects of the new livery are. If you haven't checked out the A350 model review I did recently, go ahead and check it out. Top right corner, right about now. And here is the warning information here on the bottom left corner. And of course the recycle details there in German, French, and of course English. Here's the GeminiJets logo in white. There we have the Emirates sticker there. I do like how that has the old tail fin on a new tail fin box. And here is again the Emirates official licensed product. Overall, it is quite a standard GeminiJets box. They usually do this sort of thing when an aircraft is a licensed aircraft. Of course, they do have the white boxes for the likes of Hawaiian Airlines, I believe Qantas as well, and of course I think Southwest Airlines is also in that category. They also have the silver boxes for Lufthansa as well. But other than that, the normal boxes in 400 scale for the commercial side of things are usually in that blue box. They do have the different box design for the military aircraft. Of course, the box is sort of like in like a metal plate like design, and of course the 200 scale aircraft are in that normal black box with the gold text and everything. The model review of the C5 Galaxy, I know a lot of people are contacting me on my DMs on Instagram wanting to know where that model review is. It's coming. I know I keep saying that it is coming. I'm just really wanting to make sure that I've got everything set up at the right moment, because I'm not used to doing model reviews of such large aircraft. And of course in the 200 scale as well, I'm not used to doing that sort of thing. Because I did do the review of the Alaska Airlines MAX 9, I believe I did. If I have done so, top right corner, there should be a card in the top right corner right about now. Of course, the model has the West Coast Wonders livery, the Orca livery. But of course, that's a small enough aircraft for me to be able to handle. But the C5 Galaxy, that's going to have different stages. Of course, the normal box like this, and then of course the showcasing of the model itself. Then I'll be showing everyone the how to put the landing gear in, etc. But that sort of information takes a bit of time to gather up. But yeah, that's this portion done for the video, guys. I hope you enjoy this first part of the video, the reading out of the airline and the aircraft, and of course showcasing the box for you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the model. And here is the absolutely stunning Emirates Airbus A380-800 made by GeminiJets, wearing the new livery. This model here is an absolute pearl of a model. Don't know if I mentioned this, but this aircraft here was released in the March 2023 release alongside the Emirates 777, wearing the new livery as well. I went ahead and got that 777 by Aviation 400. Haven't checked that model review out, go ahead, check it out, top right corner as always. In this portion of the video, I'm going to be showcasing the model up close to the camera for you guys, showing you the model up close to the camera and of course the different aspects on or details on this aircraft. Giving you some information along the way about what each of the components do in the event of a flight. Now I should mention, we'll just give you a disclaimer just now. This aircraft is a very heavy model. It's solid die-cast metal, so it's going to take a bit of effort for me to hold it up for you guys, but I'm going to do my utmost best in terms of the focusing and everything. But I hope you enjoyed what you see so far, and I hope you enjoy what you see moving forward. If you do like this video so far, go ahead and leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and of course then the bell icon. So without further ado, let's go ahead and showcase the model up close to the camera for you guys. First and foremost, zooming straight into the aircraft there, and then lifting up the model. This is a very heavy model, but here we go with the model for you guys today. In the front of the aircraft, or at the pointy end of the aircraft, zooming in even further, here we have the nose portion of this aircraft. Here we have in the very tip of the aircraft, in the middle of the shot, we have the nose cone. Underneath that is of course where the weather radar is located. The weather radar is used to detect storms along the flight path of a flight, to give the pilots a visual indication of the rainfall intensity and of course the possibility of turbulence ahead of them. This enables the crew to navigate around any potential hazardous areas along the assigned flight plan for their flight. Very cool indeed. We have some sensors up just before the copper windows there. I believe they are the angle of attack sensors. So the angle of attack sensors, or the AOA sensors, offer a visual indication of the amount of lift the wings are generating at a given airspeed or angle of bank. And of course there we have the cockpit windows of the Emirates A380 or the A380 in general, with the window wipers there. On the side of the aircraft just here we see the Airbus A380 aircraft type decaling there, with the pitot tubes to above the 800 and below them as well. Below that as well, of course the pitot tubes measure fluid flow velocity during a flight. Not too sure what this little decaling here is. Let me know what that is in the comment section below. Here we have on the bottom of the aircraft, we can see the nose gear. As you can see, it does roll on the axis there. And here we have the nose gear door itself with Oscar Golf on there. The last two digits of the registration, as mentioned, it is Alpha 6-Echo Oscar Golf. Very nice indeed. Here we have the first of 8 doors on this side of the end of the side of the aircraft. My bad. This is the Lima 1 door, or the L1 boarding door. Very nice indeed, with the Emirates logo on the top right corner of it. Here we have the massive Emirates text here. I've got to say, I love this livery. I know I've mentioned it a lot, but it is a fantastic livery. Of course, now as mentioned earlier when showcasing the box, it was a shock to the system when this livery was first unveiled on an A380. But of course it has grown on me quite a lot now that I have seen it in person. Here we have in the M there, we have the Lima 2 door, that of course is also a boarding door as well. At the top of, or in the middle of the R and the A of Emirates, we have the Lima 3 door. That's also a boarding door. Of course the air bridge would connect to the top here. Very cool indeed. Here we have, I believe this here is the pedostatic system. Now the pedostatic system is used to determine an aircraft's airspeed, Mach number, altitude and altitude trend during a flight. Very cool indeed. This model is a very heavy aircraft. Here we have the wing light on this aircraft. Now the wing light is used during a flight, of course, during the event of takeoff and landing on an active runway, and it can also be seen used between 0 and 10,000 feet Of course, that is the requirement for pilots to have the landing lights or the wing lights on during the flight. Above 10,000 feet, that is up to the pilot's discretion to turn that off. Here we have on the top of the fuselage, just here we have the two beacon lights. I believe the A380 is one of, if not the only aircraft that have dual beacon lights next to each other like this. Very, very nice. Of course, I have now seen them in operations during my time in Christchurch International Airport, taking the photos that I took. I should overlay some photos on the screen for you guys, my images of this aircraft. Not the specific aircraft. I saw Echo Victor Golf wearing the new livery. This one, of course, is mentioned as Echo Oscar Golf. Anyway, here we have the details on the top of the wing here. Very cool. Indeed, the flaps and the slats. Here we have the two engines on this side. I believe this is the number 1 and 2 engine. Here we have the 3 and the 4 engine 3 and 4. Looking into the engines here, of course, you can't see straight through the engines. But, you know, the detail of the fan blades looks incredible. As always, on the edge or the end of the wing here, we have the red navigation light. Sorry about that. And of course, on here we have the red wing fence here. On the interior of the wing fence, Emirates have put the new tail livery there on the interior of the wing fence there. I think it looks incredible. I like how Emirates have done this sort of thing. Here we have the first antenna on top of the fuselage just there. Here we have Emirates written in Arabic here. Here we have the Lima, what is this, the Lima 4 door. This is mainly an emergency exit door. Here we have the Lima 5 door, as well an emergency exit door. Of course, they don't board from this portion of the aircraft. Of course, the aircraft is far too large. Here we have the SATCOM or the Wi-Fi dome that is used to provide the IFE on board the aircraft. IFE standing for, is an abbreviation for in-flight entertainment. Because that would be the ICE, features, or the ICE in-flight entertainment seen behind each of the seats on board an Emirates flight. Very cool indeed. Of course, I have flown Emirates before. Go ahead and check out my first ever video on this channel. With my first ever ride on a 777, a wide body in general, and of course that was an Emirates aircraft. Go ahead and check it out, top right corner right about now. Here we have the Lima 6 door, and then we have the Lima 7 door. And then we get to the Lima 8 door. This can also be used as a boarding door. As you can see, it has the Emirates logo there. That should be an indication of if it's a boarding door or not. And then we have the registration, Alpha 6-Echo Oscar Golf. And then we get to my favourite part of this aircraft, and then of course is the tail fin. I'm not going to zoom out of this because you can see the detail that's on this livery just by looking at it up close. It is such a gorgeous livery. The detail that they put into the flag on the tail fin is outstanding. People have said it before, and I kind of agree with them. It kind of gives an Aeroflot type of vibe, as you can see on the Aeroflot livery. But of course, it also gives like the indication that it is waving, and of course, it's like a Formula 1 type-esque as well. But I do love this livery a lot. I'm doing quite well considering that this aircraft is a heavy aircraft. Anyway, moving along, here we have the elevators of this aircraft. I'll just focus on them for you guys. There we go. Absolutely massive. You can see just here at the end of my thumb just there. I'll just try and focus on it again for you guys, or I can zoom out just a little bit. How did that go? Yep, there you go. You can see that little silver dot there, and another one just here. They are the tail lights for this aircraft. They are used during night operations to light up the tail fin, to give a visual indication to anyone who's in the control tower at the airport or wherever this aircraft is. An indication of knowing who the aircraft is operated by. Of course, you know, this aircraft should be lit up enough to know that it is an A380, and of course that it is Emirates. But that's what they're used for. Apologies for the ambulance you're about to hear go past. Yep, apologies for that. Wheel. And of course they can also be used as a marketing tool for anyone within or around an airfield, to give, you know, the idea to them to want to fly the aircraft, you know, or the airline. So that is some great information there. And of course here we have where the APU is, and of course the APU exhaust. Of course APU standing for auxiliary power unit. Going to the other side, the opposite side of the aircraft, all the doors that are on this side are the R doors. Of course, R standing for right, left, L on the other side standing for left, because that is the left hand side. All the passengers are boarded by the left hand side. All the cargo is boarded by the right hand side. So here in the front portion we have a you know, the forward baggage compartment just here. At the rear of the aircraft we can see, you know, the rear baggage compartment just there. Here we have the green navigation light just here with the red wingtip and the red wing fence just there. I'll just zoom in a little bit more. There we go. And then here we have an outlet for the heat from the auxiliary power unit just there. And of course here we have the Emirates waving flag decaling there, looking absolutely gorgeous indeed. Everything else is basically flipped around opposed to the other side of the aircraft. I don't mind the mould. I don't really care that it's the stretched look of the nose. It is a fantastic model. I'm just glad to have the new livery in my collection. On the underside of the aircraft, I'm going to do my best in showcasing this for you guys. Here we have the nose gear door, because that of course is where the nose gear would retract into after taking off. Here we have some little air vents there, the little divots there of the air vents. Here we have the Emirates belly titles. I'm doing my absolute best because this aircraft is a beast to hold like this. The Emirates belly titles there, and of course a great look of the landing gear. Of course they do roll, as you can see they do roll, and they do tilt on the axis, on the axis. Very cool indeed. So I should say, you know, on their bogies and everything there. There we have the stand hole, and where the landing gear doors are. Very cool indeed. There we have the GeminiJets logo in the middle of the shot. Just going to zoom in again and try and focus on it. There we go. And then moving down, there we have another one of those cargo compartments there. That's of course the rear portion of the aircraft. And then right here we have the entryway to the APU. Here we have some nice up close images of the details of the wing, the flaps and the slats, looking gorgeous as ever. GeminiJets did a very good job with this aircraft. Soon enough the Wimbledon livery should be done as well. And of course the details on the engines themselves looking gorgeous as well. And then we have the registration, Alpha 6-Echo Oscar Golf. Very, very nice. A gorgeous, gorgeous model. If you haven't got this model in your collection, what are you doing? I'm kidding. Go ahead and get it yourself. You'll be doing yourself a favor with this aircraft in your collection. As you can see, the sun is starting to peek into the video, so that may well give a golden look on the video. But that will do it for this portion of the video, and we'll conclude today's video, the model review of the Emirates Airbus A380 in the new livery by GeminiJets. If you did enjoy today's video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. As mentioned, a great indication of how much you enjoy today's content, and of course the content on this channel. If you liked today's video and you'd like to come along and view more content like this and tune into the next of the model reviews I've done on this channel. The next model review on this channel will be the Singapore Airlines Airbus A380. Want to come along and tune into that? Go ahead and subscribe to the channel below, and while you're there, ding the bell icon to be notified as soon as those videos go live on the channel. An essential part in terms of supporting this channel. If you'd like to come along and tune into my social media feeds, go ahead and scan the QR code you can see on the screen now, leading you straight to my Instagram page. The Instagram page for Astra International Airport. Of course, that is where you'll be able to see all the model photos, all the internet, the news about new services, ending services, all the route maps, all the timetables and everything, the schedule boards as well, and of course the updates in terms of my website and other social media whereabouts. And of course, if you'd like to come along and tune into the rest of the social media realms, go ahead and scan the QR code you can see on the screen now, leading you straight to my Linktree account. That of course is where all of the links that I have, including the Instagram page that I just alluded to before, are in one place for you guys. Of course, if you don't have the means to be able to scan QR codes, there are additional links in the description below, leading you to the Instagram page, and of course leading you to the Linktree account. So go ahead and check them out if you can do so. So hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I'm glad to get this video done for you guys. I absolutely love this model. It has featured on my Instagram page quite a lot, quite a few times, as well as the other Emirates aircraft that I have in my collection. But yeah, if you did enjoy today's video, guys, as I mentioned, go ahead and leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and of course ding that bell icon. But that would do it for today's video, guys. Thank you very much for coming along and tuning in today's video. In a moment, there will be the end screen for you guys. There will be some options for you guys in that end screen. On the left hand side will be my most recent video done on this channel for you guys. On the right hand side will be the full playlist of model reviews I've done so far on this channel. In the middle will be where you can subscribe. But until next time, guys, fly safe, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.